So, final 2 weeks of our travels, and here we are in Koh Lanta in Thailand. We're here for a week and then heading up the coast to Koh Lanta, finishing in Bangkok before we fly home. So I've got a villa here for 7 nights. It's lovely up in the hills. I'll show you a video. But yeah, really nice place to chill out and relax the last couple of weeks. So here in Koh Lanta, we are staying in a villa which we rented for a week in the jungle just north of Kantiang village, which is down on the southern tip of Koh Lanta Island. Villa's lovely, really nice. It's about £90 a night, which I think is pretty good for what it is. So good size, as you can see, all the usual amenities here. It's got a good sized bedroom here, excuse the mess, which is just kind of absolutely normal. Here is the bathroom. One of the great things we love about it is it has, as well as a normal shower there, it has an outside shower, which is absolutely gorgeous. We've been using almost every day. This is the front room, and again, excuse the mess, which leads out to a beautiful balcony area over here, which backs onto jungle basically, and the beach, as you can see, is just over there. And then there is another balcony just over there, which is the women's bedroom. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's a traditional sort of Thai building, and there is wildlife all around us. And below us, I don't know if I can see anybody near them. There's one there, a monkey. There's lots of them. Our room's right in the middle of one of the main monkey trails, so every morning and every evening we've got monkeys everywhere. This is Koh Lanta Beach, which is on the south of the island. First thing to say is it's very calm, it's not too crowded. The sea is gorgeous. There's lots of little bits of rock out there, but you can have a swim and go out around it, and it is really beautiful. The sea's warm, the beaches are great. There's not loads of sunbeds on the beach, but we sat back off the beach. Lots of little resorts with beds and chairs and tables. The main area is made up of a beach running north to south with various beaches named along that. And along that beach are multiple, as you can see behind me, beach bars, restaurants, where you can just sit out, chill out. Lots of Thai food, lots of European food, lots of dope shops, if that's your thing. And the high point of the day here is really the sunset, which at the moment is about 5:30. And we've seen 2 so far, and they're just spectacular. So we are now in the Mr. Love Bar, which is a very cool beach bar that we have watched the sunset a couple of times. It's about, what time is it now? 5:15, 5:20? It's about an hour actually. I got my sunset time. It's actually about 6:30 at sunset. It's 6:30. So we've got a little wait, but we have ordered a beer. As you can see, the sun is outside. It is absolutely gorgeous. Bit of reggae playing. Very cool vibe. Get used to this. Just a bit about Koh Lanta. Koh Lanta is south of Krabi town. It's about 30 miles down. It's an island, but it's very close to the southern end of Krabi. So you can get here by a short ferry ride from north to south on a van, on a car ferry. But most people tend to take a a speedboat or ferry from Krabi Town or Ao Nang down here, which takes between an hour and a half to 3 hours, depending on what you choose. But it costs about between 20 to £30 a person. We came by ferry about 4 days ago, which was a very slow, arduous process. We're going back by speedboat across to Phuket. But once you get here, it's pretty chill.
Let me just video the lizard.
Okay. They want us to pay for the
Yeah, fine. Just need to video the lizard.
Might be going behind a bit.
So final night in Koh Lanta, and tomorrow we get up early and head across to Koh Lanta, which is about 150 kilometres north up the coast from Phuket. Koh Lanta is really chilled out. The place we've got here is really nice, right in the middle of the jungle. It's great getting up in the morning, seeing the monkeys and seeing them come back in the evening. I've had a couple of nights just sitting here watching the sunset, which has been really nice. And the evenings sat out on the beach watching the sun go down has been one of the highlights here. But the downside of it here is probably the beach, actually. Unless you're staying in a resort with a pool and some beds outside your hotel, there are no beds or anywhere to really sit on the beach. You really need to put a towel down, and I hope you can maybe find a spot of shade, and there's not much, which means in the day, right now in March, when it's up in the late 30s, early 40s, it is pretty challenging to sit out on the beach for the day, which rather limits what you can do. So I think if you're going to come here in peak season, you probably want to consider getting a decent hotel or resort with a pool and beds outside. But do your research. But the actual island itself is great. It's a great place to stay. The sunsets are incredible, and as you'll see in this little combination, we've had some really, really nice evenings.
Build a tower, polished stone. Thinking he's sitting on the throne. Walking tall with a chin held high. Bring it down!
There's one thing I'm going to miss about Asia, it's the sunsets.